Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of Dark Lore. Dark Lore is going to be a mini campaign of probably 6 episodes. I guess we'll see how we do. It might be more. Based on an Adventures League series by myself and Joel Marsh. The first part is going to be Joel's adventure called Illithid Activities. What else was I going to say? I'll post the links to those adventures so that you too can go support your fellow creators. In the meantime, let's introduce ourselves and our characters, and we'll start with Adela. You start.
So I will be Tina, and I have a love of alpacas, really.
Oh, that's right. It's alpacas.
I'll love llamas as well, but it's mostly going to be alpacas. They're soft and sweet and wonderful. I am very grateful to be playing with these fine gentlemen here.
Thankful for you to be on with us.
And that's it.
And that brings us to Chaz.
Hi, I am Chaz. I am playing Seth, the boy band aspiring Highlander-ish. There can only be one. Secretive, fallen Asimar, Sephiroth-inspired.
Oh, you didn't do it. You didn't do it. You can't just say it.
No. Because like you can't just do it when like you're expected. It has to be like in the moment, and you're walking, sneaking, like we're gonna steal this from the king. And then all of a sudden, I don't want to hear him.
Totally fair.
Shut up, Seth. I can. It's who I am. I got the music in me. I gotta let it out, and then it all goes tits up.
Nice. All right, Gilbert.
Hi, I'm Gilbert. I'll be playing Shakal, Dragonborn Monk, Blue Dragonborn to be specific. Not a very charismatic individual. Wise, not quite as book read or intelligent. So tends to lean on his friends for things of that nature. On a real mission just to figure out what is the definition of good and evil. And find answers, and along the way maybe figure out some other questions about life. And this motley crew has provided a lot of insight to that.
Nice. And as far as players go, I am Jeremy. I'm playing Urala, the Githzari death priest with a... I feel like I have some kind of, identity crisis being a Faerun-born Githzari who's worshipping Kelemvor. We'll figure it out as we go. He, him, all around. And that brings us to the Dungeon Master John. And when you're done, just go ahead and go. Do your thing.
Oh, perfect, yeah. I am John. I am the Dungeon Master. I am the Master of Dungeons. And today we will begin in the Whistling Wizard. A tavern known for its magic, its wizards, and those wizards who like to whistle. Not always the safest place to be. In fact, often the Whistling Wizard is rife with conflict, because where there are wizards, any sort of wondrous dangers may be passing through or be drug in, during conflict, spat between people playing dragon chess, etc. This party, this adventuring party, who has made a name for itself recently, Heroes of Yartar, come to rest here at the Whistling Wizard, having a few drinks, enjoying the spoils of your adventures. The barkeep has taken an unusual interest at your table, namely the cleric. He has been staring almost unblinkingly at the table, and continues to send drink after drink without you guys really even ordering anything. Suddenly, the door bursts open, and several dwarven knights charge in, jumping up from a few of the other tables. Various patrons draw wands. There is apparently some sort of standoff occurring here in the Whistling Wizard. The barkeep, not really wanting to change its focus on you guys, also seems to be moving into a offensive defensive state, and then the spells start slinging. There are fireballs, there's lightning bolts, there's an earthquake. The Whistling Wizard is completely and totally under siege. It is a bombing of epic proportions, magic, explosions, dead bodies, dead wizards, dead summons. The last thing you remember before the building collapses upon you is the barkeep didn't look quite like himself. The barkeep had a strange purplish skin, long tentacles coming out where a beard should be, big, bulbous black eyes. As he stares you down, he's got one long, crooked hand reaching out towards your party before a fireball blasts off part of his head and everything goes black. You are dead.
That was fun.
Yeah. The end.
Yeah. Excellent.
This is called a prequel. This is called a setup. So your eyes open. You feel the weight of time upon you. You feel the weight of time upon your souls. You feel as if you had been torn away from somewhere, forced into this flesh vessel that you live in, and you're sitting at a table. There's a very regal-looking woman with a lute. She bears the silver harp in the form of a brooch on her left shoulder. Next to her is a gnome who has a bit more of a sprightly look to her. She smells like the forest, but not just the forest, like something deeper or richer than just a walk in the woods. Someone who seems to be connected to something more meaningful, perhaps even the wind itself. And the elven woman looks at all four of you with a very long, exacting gaze before she says, "Good. You're awake. I see you've already taken a seat. We will make this painless. You have been brought back to life. I do hope that that is all right with you. If you wish, at the end of this, we can make arrangements to send you back wherever you were, or perhaps integrate you into a new home. For now, I'm afraid your services are needed, heroes of Yartar."
I'm gonna look at the last mug of ale that I was death gripping because he was sending them for free, and how it's just like smashed
Oh my God.
and all like finally released. Oh, it's so stiff. It's Beasts of Burden, thank you.
I do apologize. The lore you see on your company is a little limited. It appears that you have not necessarily traveled very far or accomplished many things, but decent enough to warrant your services in this matter. Would you like some coffee or tea?
Tea would be lovely.
Coffee. Thank you very much.
She strums a little tune on her lute, absent-mindedly. A few minutes later, a tea service is delivered to the table. The gnome goes about making sure that you all have full cups, shows you where the sugar is, and offers to assist you should your motor skills not be fully up to snuff in the preparation of this tea. They both sit and watch as you take the first sip of liquid in. Well, it must have been 100 years.
To everybody around, like, do you get this? This doesn't seem real. Weren't we just
I don't
at
even
a
get
bar?
how to
Like, what is
swallow.
it?
Just keeps.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to do with this liquid. Is it very weak ale, or?
Oh, I'm very sorry. I should not have assumed that you wanted something non-alcoholic. I will, of course, send for. You said ale?
Yes, please.
Of course, yes. Please forgive me. In my rush to discuss why you're here, I overlooked the fact that perhaps you would rather have some comforts of home, comforts of maybe a life earlier that you had.
Where is here exactly? You keep talking like we've made a long journey or something.
This is Elventree. Do you remember Elventree?
Do we remember Elventree?
I don't think you guys have ever been to
I-
Elventree, but it is a major elven city. It's one of the big seats of elven culture, and you are far away from where the Whistling Wizard was. Ale is served, along with some basic tavern food. The elven woman apologizes and says that the food, unfortunately, here is not to its normal standard. It is a time of celebration, and most of our master chefs are busy at work preparing the feast. I would say that you have arrived at the right time, but unfortunately, you will not have time to linger here.
It's a bummer. So what is it that we're supposed to be doing?
Saranola will explain. The gnome hops up on a stool and clears her throat. And she's like, all right, so you guys know stuff about Illithids, yeah? I mean, you've seen Illithids before? Do we have the right people? I don't know.
Oh,
Could you-
those are the ones. They're the ones that when you're like walking down the street and they like take your money from you.
Oh, and they give you like those little cards to go like visit.
Oh, no. You know, the tall, like slimy. The what?
Tall, slimy.
Illithids. Purple tentacles, brain powers, eat your brain.
That sounds familiar. Well, not the
does
brain
sound
thing.
Really familiar.
Yeah.
To be fair, we've killed a lot of things.
We've probably killed one of these Illithids that you're talking about.
Drunk.
Well, that's good.
Because I don't totally remember, but I do remember a face like that with the tentacles. But I also remember lots of fear and confusion around that. But if we killed one and we were drunk and I don't remember, I'm not surprised by that at all.
Didn't we collapse a bar on one time? Or was that
I
just
think it was-
confusing?
Was that a dream?
Was it a cave or was it a bar?
Oh, I will show
I
you.
don't
It's
remember.
a bar. It's not the first time it's been leveled. I mean, this happens a lot. Wizards are, compulsory, and they have a lot of power. And, things happen to buildings and towns and continents, when a wizard is having a bad day. So there was an explosion at the Whistling Wizard where there was an Illithid. And, he was spotted not too long ago. We're not really sure if it's the same Illithid because that Illithid, was supposed to be dead. He, was last seen leaving the scene of the crime with half his head blown off. And, I mean, everyone just assumed he was dead. But there's been this, like, Illithid spotted, and he has been overheard saying your name. And she points at the cleric. I don't know what that's about. But
I'm going to think about any of the brothels that I've stopped in recently. No, I can't think of any purple tentacly people. No, okay, so that's... Was there paternity
really
involved, right?
I don't know. I wasn't around, unfortunately. That was before my time.
Okay, so...
But we
Don't
did
need
some
any
research.
Random kids running around out there.
Yeah. We did some research, and we tracked down you guys. So we figured like there would be some kind of connection, and that you'd be useful in maybe finding out what is going on with an Illithid who may or may not even be alive, wandering around the surface harassing gnomes, because that's what he's been doing.
Harassing like for money, or just kind of like taunting people? Is it a violent harassment?
The elven woman begins playing another tune. This one is an old elvish ballad, and she speaks to you as she kind of rocks back and forth playing her song, and she says, a forest gnome named Gimbal operates a safe house for the Emerald Enclave. It's south of Hillsfire. It's not very far from here. He also shares information with the Harpers regarding caravan movements and would-be bandit activity along the trade route. His cottage is west along the road. A dense part of the Cormandra Forest. An elven ranger belonging to my organization spotted this Illithid that appeared strangely familiar to them. The ranger followed him to Gimbal's cottage under the cover of darkness. The ranger, being very suspicious and concerned seeing an Illithid outside of the Underdark, watched the cottage for several hours. Just before sunrise, he approached for a closer look, which was very wise. Illithids are dangerous. He saw Gimbal gagged and tied to a chair. Bursting in, he recognized this Illithid as Klondras Imdree, who had long been presumed dead. We assume that you have also encountered Klondras, as he seems to know who you are. Valeria will show you to his cottage. She will accompany you, assuming that you may need assistance. Find out about Klondras' reappearance and uncover what he is doing on the surface, and if possible, recover what he might have been searching for or any information about it, and report back to me.
Going to be a single teardrop. I believe that this means we should have something stronger to drink, and we should find out what's going on. We need to find Gilbert. Is that his name?
Yes.
Gilbert.
His name is Gimbal.
Gimbal.
This
Gilbert
Gimbal
is
you
the
speak of.
Wait, found him.
Hello.
Hey
Hi,
there.
Gilbert, you found me.
Yay.
This Gimbal you speak of. We must find
Yes.
it.
Oh, he's easily found. You will be escorted to his cottage. It's only a few days travel. We will, of course, ensure that you've had time to acclimate to these mortal coils. I do hope that they are to your liking.
Sure.
We try to get as close as possible. It's very expensive, you see, doing the true resurrection, and so we had to modify some things. It's fine. It's fine. You'll be fine.
Wait. Okay, yeah, everything's fine.
Excellent.
What did you check?
We're all there. We're all there.
Just want to make sure the plumbing was all there.
Plumbing.
They make sure that you are fed and watered, and if if by watering you mean spirited, they ensure that you have an opportunity to get used to being alive again, and to process this whole Illithid Klondras whatever that is. You're not really sure, and how that affects like you guys or why you're even involved. And then horrifying memories of the bar blowing up. It's the whole thing. It's the whole thing.
I mean, obviously, these people have respect for our band, the Beasts of Burden.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that they called on us. I'm a little weirded out as to why they keep talking about us dying when obviously we're not. We're just fine.
Yeah.
Obviously fine.
They mistake dying and unconscious. It's it's
right.
common.
Right. Are you all okay with going and finding this information for them?
I mean, apparently this Cicicid is pretty popular, and we're the popular ones, not this thing. So it's got to go.
That's fair. That's fair.
Jog everybody's memory, I think, and obviously get rid of them.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody shines brighter than you.
I'm just gonna do a pose and try to get some wind. I'm like, 'cause we're inside, so there's no wind. So I'll just like
right.
Get my hair.
And then I stand behind you and I'm like, set the road. When our wizard rejoins us, then she'll be able to, redo your, her prestidigitation to make those things happen without you having. But until she rejoins us,
I mean, I can do a few things. Like I could do the minor illusion, but it's not the same if I'm concentrating on that and like.
Right. I mean, you got to concentrate on looking so good. So I totally understand. Shikal, are you okay with us doing this, or did you have other plans?
Yeah, no, I'm just happy to have tea. This sounds like fortuitous work. We get a lot of information from this.
All right. Do you guys do anything for the rest of the evening, or do you go and rest up? Because in the early morning, Valeria is to take you out to Gimbel's house.
I mean, I'll definitely polish off this fine ale that they brought me, and then call it a night.
Yeah,
right.
I think I'm going to take the coffee, but try and I'd like to add a little extra kick to it, and I'm going to wander only briefly, like meander to where we're supposed to go to bed. So I won't go straight there, but maybe like extra 5 minutes to see if I can't find any beasts to like say hi to, and in my mind kind of map out where we're at. In the meanwhile, I might like use my arms and try and figure out if everything's okay, if there's something wrong with my body or not.
Oh yeah, everything's tip-top shape with the body. You're as healthy as you were when you expired. For your first death, that was a pretty spectacular way to go. Other heroes have had way worse ways to die, and they come back with like way worse stories over pints of ale. Death in Faerun isn't always permanent, except that one time. We don't speak of that.
No, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, that one time. Serac was doing stuff out in Cholt, and people weren't coming back to life, and it was a whole thing. Really ruined the economy, because all the people who could afford to come back, who had like hoarded all their wealth and magic items, were no longer able to do that, and there was a vacuum of power. And we don't talk about those times really when the Masked Lord went crazy. Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I'm grateful. So I'm just gonna meander my way back.
Our two warlocks definitely do feel a connection to your patron. You also feel maybe a sense of relief that they didn't have to actually expend their own power to bring you back. They were far too busy. They would kind of like have a cat-like response to you guys, like coming back onto the grid, and they're like, "Oh, hi, it's you. Hey."
Yeah, that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Go do something and make me more powerful, or something like that. Release the alpacas. Release the llamas. Unleash my power upon the world, etc., etc., etc. Love me, look at me, don't touch me. And you're both imbued again with your righteous power of your patron's oddities. And the cleric, of course, your god has never truly left you, even in death. You were close by Kalimvor's side, and while he is not entirely pleased with this whole idea of like letting someone back, because he doesn't do that normally, this time he's like, all right, listen, I mean, really, you had a bum deal, and I guess you just it's your time to maybe make it right. Next time you're dead, though, like you're dead, but you get this one for free. So do good stuff in the name of death.
Next time you get a bar dropped on you, I'm not giving you a way out.
Right. The next morning, Valeria bangs on your doors and says, "Let's get up. It's time to go. Time to get a saddle. Time to get a horse, and we're going to go riding." Got a horse for each of you. You know how to ride a horse? I know how to ride a horse. Let's go ride a horse.
The best sleep ever.
Excellent. I mean, you were sleeping like the dead, so if it's better than that, I mean, you did really great. God.
Go around and high five everybody, or stand there awkwardly waiting. We got this. Boop, boop. Okay, cool.
Hey. Yeah. Going outside, there is a small pack of alpacas that have been rigged up. Each of them has their own little. It's called a chariot. The word is a chariot. So these are alpaca-drawn chariots, and safety in numbers and all. It looks way more official when you have a herd of alpacas pulling charioteers behind them. And she gestures to you guys, says, pick which one is fine. I swear they won't bite. They might spit. But that's only if you don't give them carrots. And I'm all out of carrots.
I mean, having been around Tina for so long, I'm just used to it. When you were talking about slime-covered people, I just kept thinking about Sephiroth anyway, because whenever he makes the alpacas mad, and they just spit on him. So, but I didn't want to bring it up with them, because Seth always has his own issues. He doesn't need more problems.
Not slime. That is holy spit.
It helps you shine. It's like you glisten. You know how wrestlers, they get oiled up and they look so great with all their bulging muscles.
I'll be honest, my
glisten.
hair never looked this fabulous before.
Right.
So
amazing. I wanna find the most cantankerous one and give it a big ol' hug. You are mine.
Oh, they're all cantankerous.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're alpacas. Clearly, they're all grumpy in some sort of cute way. It's a cute grumpiness, but they're grumpy.
Yeah.
Right. It chews its cud with some level of disdain, but accepts the neck hug begrudgingly. And you all saddle up?
Yes.
Hey, John, would it be all right if we had a common magic item, like a trinket, that did something?
Of course. What would you like?
All right, so I take my little brooch off, and which horse is yours?
That one. The one that's like rolling in blood.
I mean, that is the most majestic looking one. So as you go and get on it, I'm gonna click the brooch onto its mane, and it's not like a gust of wind. It's like a breeze of moving hair, and it just like always keeps your hair moving.
Yes. And I shall call you.
I gotta look out for you.
Come to behind. We must go.
Ha ha! The alpaca.
And I will summon my
Oh my
7-foot-long greatsword, Masamune, just like kind of point. Oh, what's this thing always this long? How did I? Let's go!
Oh crap! I'll rush to get on my horse.
Even like written across the blade of the sword is Sephiroth. Yeah. So you set out with all sorts of majesty and grand pompous display of alpaca-driven, they're called chariots, and you make your way to the west, down the road, and you travel for a few days. You have an opportunity to have a chat with Valeria if you want. She pretty happy-go-lucky. She really enjoys talking about the market, and she also really enjoys talking about magic. She thinks all of that is very cool and very neat, and she thinks it's so cool that you guys can cast magic, except for you, and she wonders why you can't, because, like, what do you do?
Judgy.
Yes, yeah, a little bit, yeah. Or maybe nosy.
Mm-hmm.
She's referring to me?
Mm.
Well, I don't really cast magic, per se. There's a control over the body that you master after years of discipline and study. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Ki at all. I guess some people mistake it for a form of magic. It's a control over one's energy, control over one's self that they can manifest in certain ways. And I will demonstrate by... Let's go with silence. I'll cast silence using, I believe it's 2 key points.
Nice.
Ooh. Wow. She looks surprised, and is talking, attempting to make observations or declarations, or maybe even just express surprise, but nothing is heard because you're in a zone of silence. Even the llamas have to pause because the normal grunting sounds of disapproval have ceased to be heard. And when an alpaca is not heard, their disapproval, they become more disapproving, and in general, the whole procession has come to a grinding halt. The alpacas are looking at each other with great disdain. The Valeria is still gesturing and frantically talking about whatever it is she's talking about. There is stillness and silence in the forest.
And I'll just nod as she kind of tries and just smile and then try to explain, forgetting the silence is up, and then release it. And see, it's a control over oneself and one's surrounding. It's difficult to explain, but think of it as have you ever been in a really cold area, just below freezing, or a really hot area? But once you accept the environment you're in, it no longer matters. You can alter your own perception and alter the perception of others, in a sense, with your own projection of self.
Right. So what you're saying is you're a fancy sorcerer.
Yeah.
No, that's this did take study and
Fancy wizard?
So you're saying that sorcerers are dumb?
No.
All the ones I met are.
This was not gifted, really, or wasn't something I was born with. It was passed down through tradition and discipline and a lot of.
Isn't sorcery passed down through tradition, like blood tradition and dragons doing stuff with people tradition and
yeah, I never really thought about it like that. Maybe that's Yeah, maybe that's a good way of looking at it, actually.
You're a draconic sorcerer? Why didn't you tell me that?
Huh.
All that stuff I say about sorcerers, I take that back. You're not dumb like the rest of them.
And I lean
You're
over and I'm just
special.
like, you know,
You're much better.
Shakal's like mastery of his body is amazing. Like I have seen him on jobs not pee for like 3 days. It was amazing.
You remember that
Oh,
time?
you gotta teach me that spell.
What's that?
You gotta teach me that spell. Like not having to pee for 3 days is
No,
like
he just
call.
controls his body. It's not even magic. He just does it.
It's just bladder control.
Hold it.
I get tired of having to stop during travels, so I don't.
Well, listen, when we're done with this whole Illithid thing, I've got a proposal for you to join my caravan on the road. If you don't pee and need a pit stop, you're like perfect to drive.
Yeah, the rest of us
Right.
have had to like begin peeing in our wineskins because he just doesn't want to wait for us. So
That's perfect. It's perfect. You, sir, we're going to have a deal. It's going to be great. I've got a contract already written out for you guys already.
Okay.
All right, cool. So you guys arrive at a small turnoff, one of the various different turnoffs along the road where caravans and travelers can stop and set up camp safely off the road, but close enough to the road to where, there's a little bit more safety from the creatures that go bump in the night in the woods, or those creatures that may want to ambush you in the cover of the foliage. There's a simple fire. There's basic rations served. She busts out a harmonica, and definitely tearing up a little bit of a song there. It sounds kind of halfling in nature, an old halfling farming song. It is interrupted by the arrival of a rather aged-looking porcupine who shuffles into camp. She stops playing harmonica and looks down at it. She's like, "You guys are gonna have to excuse me 1 second. It's the porcupine. It's a thing. I'll be right back." And she and the porcupine go walking off into the woods, leaving you at the fire.
Do you think the porcupine is her patron?
I mean, I don't know how the porcupine has money to pay her for her services, but oh,
Yes.
oh, never mind. I was just don't pretend I said nothing.
I'm greatly disappointed that she stopped because I was really digging the jam.
But I really
Brought
feel
back
like
memories.
I don't know how to play the harmonica, but I feel like we could teach her Sephiroth's song.
Oh,
I mean, if she's going to play, she should play
She
actual.
should play
Right.
Sephiroth's song.
When she comes back.
The song she was playing was fine, but could be better.
It's yeah. If we're gonna be traveling together, she needs to learn, the basics.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's important. A good hour passes. She has not returned.
That porcupine has some endurance.
Is she dead? Are we supposed to
Should we?
not dead?
Find
Yeah.
her? Maybe we should go find her, make sure everything's okay. Is she supposed to be making dinner, or are we
I mean,
we doing it?
she's bringing us, so she's taking care of us, right? Like,
Yeah,
if
We
you're in a
should- I think we should go find her and bring her back.
Should we? What if she's handling business that we're not supposed to know about, or if it's like a private affair?
I mean, she
Hanky
did say
panky
she'd be
business?
right back, so she should have been like,
Yeah.
"I'll be gone tonight" or something.
yeah, like if she said we'd gone tonight, we'd be fine. We'd have fallen asleep.
Mhm.
We'd eat our acorns or whatever it is we
Yeah.
eat. I don't remember anymore. But it's been a while, so I think we should definitely.
Find her.
Should we
I wish I had
sneak
some-
about this, or make our presence known to
Who here can sneak?
I can make it so we can all sneak.
Oh, very nice.
Sorcerer
Maybe-
magic again?
Yeah, well,
Super sneaky.
the shadow arts allow me to mask our presence to a degree. It is reliant on what we all can do, but it does help.
I mean, you have experience with me trying to sneak, and it's not necessarily my footwork so much as the jingling of my armor that makes it difficult. So,
Yeah, and I'll spend 2 more key points to cast Pass Without a Trace.
nice.
Nice.
So it gives us
So all of
advantage.
you are
It's a plus 10 to whatever stealth check you make.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're all imbued with the shadow. You
The
can feel
shadow.
like the shadow underneath your feet. The shadow that you're casting seems like slightly lift your feet off the ground, so you don't leave as much of an indentation. You don't rustle those leaves. That twig doesn't snap. There's even kind of a slight dimness that follows you. Spreading your shadow out to where it looks like just leaf fall, like light through the leaves. What do you do?
I will follow Shakal, so it's all up to Shakal here as far as my actions are concerned.
Sneaking in the direction that she went off with the porcupine.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll continue that sneak.
Give me some stealth. Oh, that's good. That's very good.
So thank you for the pass without trace, because that gives me a 15 with the plus 10.
I also have 15 with the plus 10.
Oh, man.
28. I am like,
Right?
I'm just like on Chicago, just like not even walking.
Right? And I'm following, and I'm just like, Seth, are you coming? Where are you?
I'm up here. Stop jostling.
Right. I'm not doing so well with it.
Oh.
That's for check. Just for check. And with the group check, you guys definitely succeeded. The shadows cover your sound, your scent, and even in some senses blends you in with your surroundings. You press in the direction that you saw her go last, and come across a small clearing where you see it's an older man, very long white beard, wizened eyes, wearing a big crown of twigs that are kind of shaped up into the shape of a stag's antlers. He suddenly shrinks down into the shape of a porcupine and waddles off into the woods. And you can see her with her right foot kind of dragging it across the ground, probably wiping away something marked in the dirt. She kind of tilts her head back, looking at the sky. She's sighing, muttering to herself a little bit. She seems distracted.
The afterglow.
Yeah, go up to her and be like, "What was that? That was amazing."
Let's see.
And
What?
also, you stopped playing your instrument, and I loved it. It brought a tear to my eye.
We got concerned.
We did.
You know what? We should have a song. Come. Let's go back to the fire. We'll play a song. It'll be great.
We have one to teach you.
What?
We have a song to teach you.
Oh, excellent. Let's go in that direction. I'm sure you're hungry, and I even brought some ale. I have some ale, a little secret stash. I got a little firkin.
Was that your patron that you were speaking with, or?
Oh, that was just Harold.
Harold.
Harold, huh?
Great. So, are you hungry?
I mean, would you care to elaborate? Harold turned into a tiny pokey creature.
Harold is a friend who came to tell me that I am needed elsewhere. Sure, yeah, special friend. We have an arrangement, and there is a problem and I have to go deal with it. So I'm afraid to leave you guys like this. I mean, you're just now barely alive again, and yeah, I mean, you'll be fine. It just you keep heading down the road to the west, and yeah, I mean, you can't miss it. It's to the west. It's the first town you come to from here. You'll be there in the morning. I gotta go.
Can I do an inside check on this one?
How do we call you again? How do we find you again?
Call me.
When
Don't
it's
you worry
time?
about that. I'll find you. You got to go back to Elavriel anyway.
Well, you were talking about food, and we had a song to teach you.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Tina, she has something to do.
I know, but we have a song and food, and she could take off after that, right?
I mean, we'll find her again after we're done.
Mm-hmm. Fine. You can go, but do you have any advice to give to us?
Oh, nice.
Don't do deals in Hillsfar. All right, bye. I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Have fun. Don't die again. That was expensive.
Chaz, did you have something you wanted to do?
Yeah, I want to inside check her. I am used to people pretending to be fans, but I'm not really understanding what true art is, and this seems like one of those times.
Give me an insight.
Nah, she's fine.
She's fine. Yeah, she seems to be in a hurry.
That's fair. Like sometimes you just have to do things. All right, we will be fine. Thank you for all your help. Are you sure you wouldn't like us to play you a song before you leave?
I mean, how about you play me a song while I leave?
The song is like 27 minutes, so maybe you could leave slowly.
No, I could hear really well from a long distance because yeah, just play it really loud while I go in this direction.
You could do that.
It'll take me like an hour to warm up my instrument, my voice, but no, it's fine.
I'll be listening. I'll be listening. She's like kind of making her way like back into the woods. Goodbye. Don't die. It was expensive.
I'm gonna turn to everybody. That was weird.
That was
right?
really weird. Should one of us follow her and see if she's?
No, she's fine.
I mean,
it's fine.
And as much as like, no, go ahead.
She was in a hurry. Like, we've been in hurries. Like, yeah, like we're famous. She probably was like really upset that she had to leave. Famous people like us, like, oh, this happens all the time.
Fair.
I'd like to send one of the alpacas after her, to just see what she's up to and come back to us. And I'm not totally certain with beast speech. Can I talk to one of the alpacas and send them off to her?
Of course. So beach speech doesn't necessarily give you command. It doesn't charm the creature, but it does give you the ability to speak to them. Generally, animals can be bribed with most anything they like to eat, or in some cases, just a little head pat's enough. Dogs are easy, cats are harder.
They demand souls.
They head on over to one of the alpacas, the one that she was riding on the chariots, and I'm just gonna ask the alpaca if they'll follow her to see what she's up to and to find us again with her when it's time, when she's ready. And that'll make me feel more confident. Yeah. I'm going to hug it and pat its head. And I'm
don't even understand personal space.
I'm going to promise carrots on its return, a successful return.
How many carrots?
10 carrots.
How many carrots is that?
This many carrots.
A lot of carrots?
A lot of carrots. It's a lot of carrots.
Are you fooling me?
No, I will get you a lot of carrots on your successful return with her.
You gonna be here?
Not here. You're gonna have to find us at the town, the next town.
Ooh. 10 carrots?
10 carrots.
How many carrots is that?
This many. It was a lot.
This goes on for a while. They're not very smart. But you do eventually get to a point where you can roll me a charisma check, persuasion, at advantage. As you are talking its language and it likes carrots.
Let's see here. There we go.
All right, 12. I mean, it takes some convincing. You have to convince him that 10 carrots is indeed a lot of carrots, and that 10 carrots will feed him forever, because clearly that is what you mean. And he goes off into the woods about half an hour after the negotiation started. You hope you'll see him again.
I hope I'll see him again. I'm going to make note that his misunderstanding of how many carrots, I am going to have to get a lot more than 10 carrots. So I'm going to have to make a mental note of that.
Perfect. What do you do for the remainder of the evening? You've got your llama spy on the way out to hunt down this Valeria lady. You're left with the rest of the llamas, or alpacas, and the chariots, and a halfway set up camp, and a halfway set up dinner. Valeria kind of left before she could finish all the rest of that.
Before we leave that clearing, I just want to shine my light down at the thing they scraped their foot over and just see if there's anything left of it.
It appears to be the remnants of some sort of map. There probably are the outlines of maybe buildings. You're not really sure. There was some writing on the ground, but that has been completely erased out. You can see the stick that she was using to scratch things out, and there's also he's a druid, so he just used earth, whatever. He used magic because this is Faerun.
Right.
Need a farmer coffee? Magic. Need a coffee? Magic. Need to file your taxes? Magic. That's how it works in Faerun.
I have expected a really really intricate sponsorship from TurboTax or something.
Marketing tax experts for you. See our new kiosk at the Whistling Wizard. So, hang out for the rest of the night, eat, do your thing.
Sure. Anyone opposed to that? Do you feel comfortable waiting for... What's the alpaca's name, Tina?
That alpaca is Homer.
Okay, do we feel safe waiting here for Homer, or... I feel fine waiting here for Homer, but...
I feel mild concern, but not enough to change the need to move on if we have to. Homer will find us.
Okay.
I feel confident.
Should we sleep in shifts?
Sure.
Probably smart.
Yeah, we've been neglecting to do that, and I feel like that's a smart move.
Do we food for the alpacas?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, on each of the they're called. I keep reading the name of these things. They're chariots. Jesus, yeah, chariots. The chariots are all fixed with a minor magical item that produces alpaca food
nice.
every evening.
Like alpaca kibble. Well, I want to make sure that they're all fed with their alpaca kibble, that they're happy, and then I'll rest.
they're as happy as alpacas can be, but they're more grateful than a cat. So that is at least that. And their hesitation to be grateful is what makes them so cute. Yeah, they're just nice and surly and just want to pinch their cheeks. How are you going to set up your watch?
Well, I guess, yeah, 2.
2-hour shifts.
Yeah.
1 person up each.
Sure.
Okay.
Good. I'll get the first one.
I'll get the second one.
Oh.
Or the third.
I'll take the last one.
Perfect. All right, all of you who are on watch, roll me a d20.
D20.
Perfect. The monk is on his watch. There's a rustling coming from the woods. The woods surrounding this road, it's very thick, very dense. It's just around dawn. You were the morning or the late shift, right? Or are you the
I was
shift?
I'll take third shift.
Third shift?
Tina wanted second, so.
Okay. So yeah, it's getting close to dawn. Light is beginning to slowly filter in through the canopy of trees. And I'm going to go ahead and move you to a fancy map over here.
Ooh.
Ooh. Never mind the weird lines there. The map itself came with lines, and then the grid overlay came over there, and I haven't been able to quite get them to align. It's very quite silly, you see. Get some things set up. But you do hear some rustling coming from this bush. This bush. Anything past those bushes or those trees is considered difficult terrain just because the foliage is so dense. But there is enough light in to where it is relatively dim light. I think all of you have dark vision.
No.
Nope. So it is all dim light.
Okay.
So in a distance you see shapes, but it's not very clear. But you do hear the sounds of something rustling up the trail. You see all of your tokens there off from the left of the map?
Do you have tokens set for them? Because I just see generic meeple-looking things.
And don't know. See, I think you're the only one who gave me an image, right? Do you get a chance to upload that to your sheet? You can go under.
Your bio, like you go under your bio and info, and then put in.
I think you just hit edit, and then it pops up.
Mine is blank. There's no edit button.
Edit. Let me. I can put on your nameplates. That should help a little bit with these blank eyes. There we go.
Toot, toot, toot.
Got a train? Who's got the train?
My bad.
No, that's cool. I missed the train in Fort Collins at what was it, Timberline and Horsetooth. I'd like to hold up my commute sometimes.
Is that the one that backs up? It's just like, hang on, we gotta remove some stuff and then add some other stuff. So we're gonna back up and remove some stuff, and then we're gonna drive forward like we're leaving, but then we're gonna stop and we're gonna back up again. Yeah, I know that train.
Yeah, and it goes on forever, and you're like, what is going on? So confused as to what's happening here. Yeah, that's my favorite intersection in town. Close to college and college and whatever that other town or what other road is up towards Old Town or New Town or whatever it is, downtown.
Yeah.
The town that's happening.
It's like College and Cherry, or right past College and Cherry, or just Mason in general.
So, Shekel, you are, or Shekal, or Shekel?
Shakal.
Shekal. Shekal, can you guys all see your nameplates there?
Yeah,
I can see mine.
Perfect. So Shekal, you hear those sounds off to the east. It's just a general rustling through the foliage.
Approximately how far?
Let's see here. We're talking about 70 feet.
Okay. So I'll move up a few feet, getting within 60 feet of it.
Okay.
I don't feel the need to wake my friends up quite yet. And then I'll use Shadow Step, which is a bonus action.
Ooh.
Attempting to startle if they are if they're malevolent, and I guess just kind of get the drop on them. But it allows me to teleport up to 60 feet in an occupied space that I can see. It is also dim light or darkness, and then I have advantage on the first melee attack before the end of the turn.
Where are you going to put yourself? You can go ahead and place yourself wherever you are vamping into.
Gotcha. So let me measure. I'll drop right into the bush.
Perfect.
Or rather, right next to the bush, right behind. And just reappear and be like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, shit. Okay, and then I go like this.
As Homer just spits on you.
Behind the bush is this. They're kind of like flea-looking creatures. Yeah, like flea-looking creatures with a very long, feathery tail and big, huge, feathery-like antenna that extend out in an upwards fashion, almost like horns, but they're feathers and they kind of wiggle up in the air. Sunken eyes with little beady yellow dots, kind of slightly giving a bit of a glow, and these almost metallic-looking, sharp, pointy teeth, like just kind of haphazardly poking out of its mandibles. It looks at you. You can hear kind of a rumbling sound inside its stomach. But I don't think you are going to be of much interest to it. You're a monk and aren't one to normally be carrying a lot of metal. You would recognize this as a rust monster, common monster found in the woods and caves and all sorts of other horrible places that adventurers go and deal with on a pretty constant basis. They're obnoxious. They eat metal. It looks surprised. I wasn't expecting that. Not really sure what I was expecting, but not that.
Huh. Well, I know my friends enjoy their items, so I'll shout out to them. We have a rust monster. He looks hungry.
Right.
Yeah, I assume you guys wake up, yeah?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll wake up.
I mean, you maybe have heavy sleepers, you know. Like I'm not gonna just assume that you wake up from a little bit of noise. But Chaz,
Yeah, I wake up and just like grumpy. Kill it. Fine.
Shekal, did you want to do anything before this thing corrects its surprise? I think you're muted.
I don't have anything to feed it. I don't know.
You've got money? Come on, just give it all your money. You're a monk. No, just kidding.
Are the
Yeah, I'll try to.
are the
I'll try to
chariots
offer to-
metal or are they wood?
They are indeed. They are metal
They are
chariots.
metal.
I'll try to offer it a couple gold pieces.
You offered a gold piece?
A few. It's larger than the average bug, yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like the size of a mastiff.
Then I will offer it 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, those go down about as quickly as like one of those little tiny dry bone treats that dogs love so much. Yeah, gone.
Rest monster
just,
kibble.
like, swallowed. Yeah.
There you go. Hey, good rust creature.
I get one of the chariots, the one that Homer was pulling, and put Homer's magical food item in another chariot, and then just the empty chariot. I'm gonna bring it over to the rust monster. Is that a possibility?
Yeah. So go ahead and move yourself over to Shakal. The critter is super excited to have a chariot, and it starts clattering its mandibles, and you see another one emerge from the forest behind, and it makes its way towards you guys. Its mandibles clattering with a bit of curiosity.
Yep, there we go.
Share it. We're not giving any more of that.
I'm just gonna give 5 more gold pieces to the new rust monster. We might have friends, guys.
Oh, they are so excited. What is everyone's passive perception?
14.
Way less than that.
Way less.
Also 14.
14. So far, our highest is 14.
Oh, I don't know what my passive is. Where do you see that?
If you go to your perception, what's the total score in your perception?
Oh,
And then add
2.
10. So 12.
12.
Your passive is 12. So the highest is 14. And that's both Shakal and Marala?
Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you hear them coming. You hear larger footfall coming from the foliage to the north and to the south. It's trying to be quiet. It's trying to sneak. But you both hear it because it's not as good as it thinks it is. We've got ourselves these guys coming into view. Trolls. They look pretty keen on maybe having you guys for a snack. What do you do?
I'll alert Tina and Seth. There are trolls coming down the way.
Just kill it. Fine. I will summon the mass immune.
Nice. Yeah, it extends, from your hand. There is a quiet echo, an orchestral sound beginning to kind of play in your mind. It's beginning to build a little bit, and just kind of the echoes of your ear you hear. Yeah.
Bring a troll.
Yeah, excellent. Well, anything else? Any other quick actions before these trolls come in and get a little nasty with you guys?
I mean, no, I'm not gonna do, because I can't see Shakal, right?
Not really.
Okay.
You know Shakal is over there. Like, that's kind of Shakal's form. But at that distance, the dim light's not going to give you a very good, clear vision. How is it that a Githzari doesn't have dark vision when they live in the astral? That's weird. Just like Dragonborn not having dark vision. What the hell?
Are you?
They're dragon people.
But they're not dragon people. We've had this conversation. Anyway.
They are dragon people, and we don't care about there being a split world and then something, the AO or whatever.
I was just reading all of that.
Yeah.
If at all possible, I'd like to. This is wasting money, and I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just going to take out 10 gold pieces and just kind of shake them in front of the rust monsters, and then just chuck them in the direction that we hear the trolls.
You're going to chuck the roast monsters at the trolls?
No. The gold to try to the gold trying
to get in between us.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you
stick them on them.
Spread out like a whole bunch of gold. Like the rust monster's eyes get really big. It's clattering like super loudly. His teeth are going everywhere. His little feathers are like doing this whole thing, and they are definitely going to pursue that little trail of treats. I guess the best way to put it is treats, gold treats. Every rust monster likes them.
I feel like if we survive this, we need to make rust monster toys, which are like, those rubber balls that you put treats in for dogs. But we'll just put like, coins and shit in it.
Just throwing farmers like life salary.
Right.
Adventure is good for the economy. We're going to roll ourselves into initiative. Do you know how to do that? You're going to click on your token. Those of you who have not done this before, on Roll20. You can also double-click while holding Alt to open up your character sheet, should you like to have that open. And double-clicking the sheet again will minimize it on your screen, and you can roll your initiative, and it should populate.
How do you do it?
Got one from Arala. Hey, whoa, hey. That's the first time he's ever barked.
There we go.
Hey, there. We don't bark in here.
He's getting used to being
like
home. This is his domain now. He's just like, hey, stay away from my domain.
We don't do that, sir.
Okay.
For those of you who are watching, John just adopted Finnegan. Finnegan is adorable.
He is adorable, but that's not supposed to happen. That's not a normal Finnegan thing. Dude. As the premise of getting this dog was that he doesn't bark, it's fine. Landlord should be fine with that. Doesn't mean I'm getting rid of him. Just need to work on this whole barking thing.
Right. Although to be fair, if you wanted something that didn't bark, you should have got a goldfish. Just saying.
That's true. It's like the noise in the apartment complex in general. Just want to make sure that he's quiet.
All right, mine was
he seems pretty chill.
Accidental double.
Accidental double.
Yeah.
Let's see here, it didn't seem to populate. Oh no, it did. There you go. And we'll give you the higher initiative. That's fine. So we've got the 4 of you guys. Excellent. Let's pull up our troll. He would like to roll initiative. There we go. He's going. And we've got our roost monsters. They are also very excited to be involved in this conflict. They're all like, "Hey, what's going on? I hope you're doing well." Okay. We will move ourselves into descending order, starting with the trolls. They're just really excited to do troll stuff to you guys. And Seth, you seem like a perfect person to try and eat. So he's going to be like, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
It's that lingering scent of creme brulee that just follows Seth around.
It wants that creme brulee so hard. In fact, this troll is anti-teal. Yeah. He's one of those. He's going to hit you with a bite and 2 claws. See how he does on that. An 11, I do not think connects with you,
Correct.
but a 26 and a 17.
Both do, yes.
Excellent. He deals a total of 21 points of slashing with his claws. He misses with his mouth. And man, does he regret missing you with his mouth, because he really wanted to eat you. You can hear him even like muttering in giant creme brulee. The other troll, let's see here, 5, 10, 40, comes crashing through, through the underbrush, but stops right here. You can hear him calling out in some sort of like command words in the direction of the rust monsters. Tina,
True.
what you got?
Me? Well, let's see. I'm gonna head over. Kind of in between, sort of where this rock is, and I'm going to witch bolt the one that is closest to my friend and companion, and we'll see. Let's see here.
Roll me that witch bolt.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that totally hits. If you click on the witch bolt, it should populate your damage for you.
Click on it. Let's see. It's if I click on the witch bolt in the side chat, it's telling me what cast level.
Oh,
So
okay. What level are you casting it at? Are you casting it at
the full 8? There we go.
Oh, wow. That's your. What level was that?
The full 8. So like, because we're level 8, right?
Yeah. Wouldn't be an 8th level spell.
Okay.
I think you get 8th level spells at 15th. No. Yeah, 15th. You get the 8th level spells.
Okay. So let's do it half
Try that
that
again.
level 4.
Sure. Yeah, we'll just half it. So it'd be 45, which is 22 points of damage. He does not have to make a save. You just zap the crap out of him. And he is pretty unhappy about that. He lets out a lot of noise, letting you know he did not like that. Are you maintaining concentration on the spell?
Maintaining concentration on spell. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Anything else?
And I'm gonna say we were having a really good night. We were trying to like enjoy ourselves, and you guys just had to ruin it. This is what you get. If you wanted to be friends, we could have talked. This will not stand.
This will not stand. All right, perfect. Yeah, so you zap the crap out of this guy. He's deeply unhappy with you. And you give him a piece of your mind. Shakal, there are 2 rust monsters very happily munching their way through your gold. They appear like they are pretty keen on following the trail of gold and completely ignoring what that troll had to say.
Damn. All right. Well, I will use Shadow Step again and move up to the troll right behind
Perfect.
him.
Bam.
And then I guess I'm just gonna punch him in the back of the neck, I guess, or wherever I can reach.
There are worse plans. I like it.
Let's see. Do I have anything cool I can use? I didn't. No, Shadow Step gives me Yeah, I'm just gonna hit him.
Does it give you advantage when you shadow step over? Because I think there is something about that.
Yes, advantage on the first melee attack.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You definitely hit with a 23.
Cool. And then monks are a very new class for me. They were like, I can attack twice. I'll do it again.
And if you spend a key, you can attack even more times.
We're not that
16
guy, I
will
don't
hit.
think yet. Outstanding. So damage for those will be 1 and 2.
Were those more attacks, or were you rolling for damage?
Those were supposed to be damage.
So if you roll over to the chat log there,
Mm-hmm.
and put your mouse over the name of the attack, it turns red. Click that,
okay.
and it will pop damage.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
And 14, perfect. He'll take his 14 points of damage, looking pretty unhappy about that. Anything else, Shakal?
I believe that's it. Bonus action. Didn't you need movement? Should be good.
Perfect. Rust monsters are munching happily away on some gold. They're going to follow the trail. They're happy out. Seth or Roth?
So then I think even though it's not that dire, we're going to pull out all the stops. So we're going to unleash that form of dread, reveal that one black wing.
Yeah.
As that like music builds. And just for funsies, let's cast us a Shadow of Moil.
Ooh, what does that do?
So Shadow of Moil, flame-like shadows wreath your body because, Sephiroth always the fire, causing you to become heavily obscured to others. Also turns dim light within 10 feet into darkness, so it might be hard for y'all to see. And until the spell ends, you have resistant radiant damage, and whenever a creature within 10 feet of you hits you with an attack, shadows latch out and deal 2d8 necrotic damage to it.
That's really cool. So you say you're how long does this last?
Concentration for up to a minute.
Okay, and you are radiating darkness, you said?
Yes.
Okay, let me give you some darkness. Where is your open aura? Here we go. 10 feet of darkness. Save. That did not give you 10 feet of darkness. Why did that not? What is this going on? How about we give you even more darkness? 10 color.
Oh, and since I did
There we are.
Dread, I gain how much temporary hit points? 9. Okay.
Okay. You get 9 temporary hit points?
Yes.
All right. I've got an aura on you. That's representing your darkness. Urala, you are in darkness.
Okay.
And the troll is halfway in and out of it. Anything else there, Seth?
No, that should be it. That's my action and bonus action.
Perfect. Darkness and shadows boil out of you and surround you. Your wing is off to the side. It's very, anime transformation sort of scene. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like 15 seconds long. And when a round is actually 6 seconds, but you got to have that extra couple of seconds of like declaration, posing, and like some bright lights happening for no apparent reason.
I think like everyone stopped in the middle and was like, did he just do a backflip? Why is the troll not doing it? Even the troll is impressed. Holy crap.
Perfect. Urala, you are in darkness.
Oh, right. Great.
He did it again. He did it again to you.
Right?
You're in darkness. Yeah.
Am I in darkness there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to just stumble forward until I get out of it. How about there?
You are out. You are out now.
I don't want to
Excellent.
be in darkness.
I stumble out, and then I see the troll as I step up to it, and I'm going to turn on my spiritual blender, and I'm going to make sure everyone I can see that is my ally, so all of the alpacas, Shakal, Tina.
Perfect.
I can't decide whether or not the rest monsters are allies yet, so I will. They are not going to be safe from it. So yeah, like spirits begin flailing around me at the start of the trolls. Both trolls will need to make wisdom saves at the start of their turn.
They are coming up next and are super excited about rolling those wisdom saves.
I am super excited for them to do it.
Huh?
I am super excited for them to do it.
Do you have anything else there on your turn there, Urala?
Nope.
Perfect. So at the start of his turn, he's going to be a troll. Excellent. Then they will both roll their wisdom saving throws. Troll and troll.
The second troll makes it, and so we'll take 8 radiant damage, whereas the first one will only take, the first one will take 16. And
First
it's difficult.
one will take 16.
And it's difficult terrain.
And the other will take 8.
8. Yeah.
Okay. So plus 16.
And,
excellent.
And Seth, you also will have to do that when it's your turn. Sorry.
When this is done, I am going to give you such the lashing.
It happens, is what you guys do to each other all the time.
That's
It's just
right.
friendly fire, more friendly
It's
fire.
fine.
The troll of the darkness, or halfway in the darkness, is pretty mad about the darkness, but he's more mad about the spiritual blender, and so he's going to get out of the spiritual blender, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Yay! I don't know if I actually have the longsword in there, so that plus 17 hit.
Oh yeah.
So then I do that.
So it'd be 7 plus.
So 7 plus 4, which is 11, plus 1 more necrotic because of the form of dread. So 14.
Okay. You cut him down. You take a pole. He stops right there. You cut him down as he tries to make his way away from you. You strike a pose. Some cherry blossoms kind of fly across the screen.
But
there's
no
definitely it seems like he is going to be bleeding out pretty well. Very dramatic. Excellent kill. The other troll is going to deal with the spiritual blender person because not into the spiritual blender.
Right.
Going in with a bite and 2 claws.
No, and no.
Oh, man. He is deeply disappointed and gnashes his teeth in rage. Moving on to Tina.
Well, all of this is quite the fanfare, and I'm a little tired because we were all supposed to be, taking turns and resting. So, high annoyance, feeling one with the alpaca right now. I'm going
Surliness.
I'm going to stick with the tried and true witch bolt, but I'm going to focus it on the other one, the one that just attempted to claw and bite, and see what happens. And we're going to attempt it at, would it be okay for a level 4, or should I go down to a level 3?
That's up to you, but I will tell you that a 10 does not work, so I'd recommend just declaring a level 1.
Level 1, all right.
Save a slot. Save a slot.
Save a spot.
Yeah, the bolt goes wide. It's probably the blender, making it a little bit harder to actually pinpoint your witch bolt on that troll. And this happens all the time. It's getting in the way. all those spirits.
Nabbit.
Tina?
And I think I'm going to also let that troll know that we could have all been friends and worked together, but this
Right.
is highly irregular and I don't appreciate it. They should be ashamed of themselves. So that's gonna be what I've got, I guess.
Tina, with her animals and everything, do you carry like a doot bottle around just to like spray? Because you could just spray the troll, be like, no.
Stop it.
Can I have one? I will endeavor to tinker that one.
Right.
Yes, you have an ever full spritzer. That only works when you are trying to express your displeasure.
I'm absolutely gonna be spritzing the troll.
Yeah.
No, bad.
Doot.
Spritz.
In fact, when you do spray it, it says no, bad, in all languages. Like it's a minor item, but it's kind of an item that would exist in Faerun.
Yeah.
No bad. Yeah.
Oh
Stop it.
my god.
Get off the counter. It comes complete with like 16 phrases that are normally used, in training animals.
Go
like,
potty outside. Outside.
Outside, yeah, that's right.
Go to your place.
That's right.
Go to your place.
Go to your place. Excellent. All right, Tina. Anything else?
That's all I got right now for it.
Shakal.
So the troll is still up on the one I'm in front of, or is the one that's
The troll next to you has collapsed in a bed of sakura. There's still some pink petals like floating across the sky around his fallen body.
Gotcha. And so the one that is, I can't tell who is this right here.
That is me.
Gotcha. All right. So I will just turn toward the troll that is next to Urala and release breath weapon.
Oh.
I forgot you're a dragon. I was like,
Right.
Yeah. I forgot too. I saw the thing. I was like, wait, when did I
how'd I get that?
click the thing? Do the thing? No. It's 3d6 lightning damage. I can't. It's not letting me just click it. So would you like me to just roll the dice?
Sure, yeah, that's fine. And then which one are you hitting? This one here?
Yes.
And what is it? A cone or a line?
It is a line. Let's see.
And what is the damage type?
Lightning. DC 15
Perfect.
for a dex saving throw. Rough.
17.
Yeah, that beats it. So half of 13.
Half 13 will be a 6. Perfect. He's like, roar. Super mad about that as well. It's really torn right now between Spirit Blender, Breath Weapon Guy, and being spritzed. He's really not liking any of this. Anything else, Shakal?
That is. I'm not. I believe that's all I can do, since that's not technically that won't proc any of my cool monk stuff. So that's about all I can do, except for move, and I'll move 5,
Perfect.
10, 15, 20.
Excellent. Rust monsters are going to make their way following, the little trail of gold. They're munching their way. You can hear this troll calling out to them, barking out commands, but there's gold on the ground and they're really not paying a whole lot of attention. We go to Seth. Or off.
feeling very Sephiroth-y, I'm going to run this way and attack twice, both with Great Weapon Master.
Excellent. Arella, you're in darkness again.
And I assume because I am heavily obscured, I have advantage because they're considered blind looking at me.
Yep, they do not have blind sight, so you do have advantage.
Yay! I'll pop a thing in here next time for the weapon. So roll.
No worries.
So 15 plus 7, 22 to hit for the
Oh,
first
yeah.
swing.
Yep.
Ooh, and 15 to hit on the second one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So then they both hit. I'm going to pop a Eldritch Smite on the last one because why not?
Ooh. Yeah.
So let me do the math. So that is... Oh, shit. I should have done this somewhere. So it is 4 of those plus 6 of plus 20 plus 24. This is
So it's 20. Wait, how much damage is that?
3, 5, 7, 15, 21, 23.
All of it. It's all of the damage.
This is a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage.
23, 29, 32 plus another 30, 32, 38, 41, 48, 52 plus 24, 76.
76.
Jesus, that's amazing.
Wow.
That troll falls down. It stops moving.
Bad.
That was necrotic damage?
Yeah, all that was necrotic.
Yeah, he looks like he's got black veins that are crawling across his body, and he's got small pockets of pustules that are popping out. Looks pretty effective.
Then I will dismiss the darkness and have a pose back to my party. Sephiroth.
Oh, well. Shit.
Okay. As you pose, anything else?
That's all my magic in 12 seconds. So I'm just gonna sit down, oh god, it's been a while. Shape. Give me a second.
Maybe behind a bush so no one can see you do that.
Just army crawling. Okay, just don't look. It's fine.
You mustn't mess with the image.
Arala.
I'm going to look down at it and look at Seth and behold his glory. And then I'll just resignedly, so I feel like I did something important, take out my torch, light it, toss it on the body, and stand there.
Excellent. Yeah, it twitches as the fire consumes its skin. There's kind of an unholy sort of smell in the air.
Blech.
Ugh. Gross.
Blech.
Anything else?
That's it.
Perfect. Trolls. This troll, a few things it needs to do. First thing is it needs to stand up as its wounds begin to close. And the next thing it needs to do is deal with this blender. It is not pleased about that. It's wisdom, correct?
Yep.
Oh, I should also do that because I might be even more tired.
It rolls a 15 on his wisdom.
That will make it, so he will take 8 radiant.
Ooh.
And he does not go back down yet.
He is still standing, but he is breathing heavily and deeply unhappy about the situation. And by that I mean he is going to deal with the blender. Happy. Not happy with that. Leaning in for a bite. And 2 claws. Nice. You can do it.
No,
There
no,
we
and
go.
no.
15?
Nope.
Nope. He is really sad. He really wishes that Frank had not died, and he's not gonna leave this world without Frank. Tina.
I love you, Frank.
Frank!
Ah. Well, let's see here. I mean, I'm kind of hoping for a little bit better luck, but we're gonna do. Let me think. We're gonna do black tentacles because I've never done this before. And
Ooh,
great. Let's see what happens.
nice. I like it. Where are you putting that, by the way?
Okay.
This is an important question.
I'm putting it off over here. How can I?
You can
How do I
just
make it?
hold down the left mouse button, and it should ping.
Over
So you're gonna
here.
put it up here, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you draw a shape. I believe it is, what is it, 20 feet cube? Is my memory correct on that?
I think so, yeah.
So we'll go like this.
This up again. What does it say? 3d6. And is it bludger?
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning.
So it's a dex. See what happens here. Saves, which means I believe he takes half, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He goes down.
So wheat.
Currently being battered by these tentacles and also the blender. Very efficient. Very efficient. Anything else there, Tina? Okay.
Spray him on top of that and say bad, as well as like the spray is talking to him, but I'm just going to reaffirm the message. And then I'm going to try and look over at Seth and give him a wink. Like, you want flair? We got flair.
Don't look at me yet. I'm not glorious anymore.
and I'm good.
Perfect. Shakal.
Well, it looks like the trolls are handled quite well, so I'll just. I don't have anything. 5, 10, 15, 20. 25. What's my movement? 25, hey. 30, 35, 40. I'll move up to the rust monsters and then just. They're so cute. I don't want to kill them, John.
We need to lure them to our side.
Yeah.
I mean, they are happily chewing on those coins. They're just like.
They're so cute.
Yeah, I'll lay out 5 more gold because I'm going to these little monsters
Oh my god, you just
on the ground.
shot
That's
him
my
on the
whole
head.
turn.
Perfect. Shakal, while you're feeding the rust monsters, a month's worth of farmer salary, the rust monsters will happily engage in eating said salary, and look expectantly for more.
Oh.
Seth.
yeah, hide behind this, like bush, and then like I'll stand up and try to brush myself off, look presentable to make my glorious entrance next turn.
Perfect. Anything else, Seth?
Yeah, I'll use prestidigitation on myself to actually like clean myself up. That's what we'll do.
Perfect. Perfect. Arola.
I'm gonna go ahead and light up the other troll.
All right, yeah. The other troll does not regenerate after exposed to fire, and also goes up in unholy fire.
Does
And the troll situation has been handled, largely to your torch.
yeah, I'm gonna ask if anyone speaks whatever that troll was speaking, which is giant, but I wouldn't know that.
Do I have the thing?
Do I have the thing?
I might have the thing.
Anybody
do
speak
not.
giant?
Have the thing.
No.
You do?
I don't know.
Don't.
Boo.
Cactus of
Well.
light.
They had shouted something.
Right.
It was giant. But now they're dead. And are no longer shouting that thing.
Do I have the
You need a translator.
Right?
Do I have that invocation? Oh
Do
god,
you
damn
have
it.
that? No.
There's the one that you can just like, oh, because I can't do it at this level. I don't think. Okay,
Gotcha.
that's why.
So
I am gonna
okay.
unstrap the shield that I never use and like hand it to Shakal, and just be all like, if you can make friends with him, let him munch on that for a while.
Are you sure? I don't want to trouble you with my new
no,
pets.
it's all right.
Here, you can have my sword too.
Are you sure?
It's
This feels-
fine.
But we're gonna need to figure out
slink
how to
away
like
and summon it back.
right. The first time they start
Okay.
chewing on my armor or my mace, they're gonna get the blender. So we need to figure out
We're gonna get
how to keep
They're
them from
gonna get the
doing that.
blender.
Right.
I'll lay the shield down in front of them and then just pet their insectoid heads.
Oh,
It's so weird.
Pokemon Master.
Yeah, they're happy out. They're eating. They're eating shields. They eat they're called a chariot. Jesus, I don't know why I can't remember that word. I think that
I
it's
totally
all those
understand.
years, like Latin school, where I'm all like Latin.
limitation of speech, where I can speak with animals at will.
Mhm.
So I think I'd like to do that with these guys. Are they considered just like beasts? Like they count?
Unfortunately, no. These are monstrosities. Related to beasts, but monsters. A very, very different category of critter. There are some familiar sort of syntax in communication with them as it would be communicating with the beast. Only these are a lot more singularly minded. The one thing that you are able to really firmly understand is food.
Food.
Eat
Okay.
now. Yeah.
Hmm.
They are insatiable and just maw down almost anything metal. They're just going and doing their things. Now, you do know that they are not normally found on the surface. They're most common underground. Most common dealing with dwarves and in mines. They're a huge scourge, like termites are to, Waterdeep.
Metal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're metal termites.
Well, I think I want to pat them on the head and then talk to my team members and say we should just leave them here and take off because they're going to eat all our metal.
That's
We should go.
I am completely down with this plan.
Yeah, we should go.
I think I'm 35 gold deep into these creatures right now, so yeah, if you want to leave them behind, that's...
Perfect.
I mean, I don't want to lose any more chariots. The one was like, okay, Homer's going to be back, and maybe he doesn't need to carry a chariot, but we want the chariots with the rest of them.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
What do you guys do? You're gonna set off these adorable little creatures back into the woods, or try and outrun them? Because they are deeply attracted to not only your coin purse, but now the scent of all the metal on you.
Right. I feel like we should just leave while they're nomming on that stuff.
Yeah, while they're busy.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go around the herd and talk to them, just saying like, hey, we're going to try and outrun these guys. And I'm not going to look for validation. I'm just going to assume that they know, even if that's misplaced.
Sure. I mean, you get a whole lot of why? God.
The moody alpacas.
And then I'm gonna hold this sprayer. I'm gonna hold this sprayer up, and I'm gonna give the look. You know, like because we need.
Fine.
Gosh.
Oh no.
Teenage alpacas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even my real mom, anyway. You wouldn't even understand. Yeah.
Man, this hits home on a whole different level.
Right.
Yes. Would a sprayer work on teenage children?
Yes.
Yes.
I commit to it. But yeah.
Speak from experience, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Most of the embarrassment of it, though, make sure you do it like when they're around other social parts of their herd, and it won't happen again. Yeah.
The herd of teenagers.
Yeah. Teenagers travel in herds. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a universal concept all around the world. Having defeated the troll ambush, having been abandoned on the side of the road by Valeria chasing something about a porcupine and something, and from what you understand, just a few hours travel away down the road, if you continue west, you should find your way to Gimble's cottage.
Nice.
Knowing this, I'm sure you have a breakfast. You probably scoot your way along, breakfast to go, with alpacas complaining all the way. We will be opening up the next chapter, arriving at Gimble's cottage, which is a lovely place, which we'll get more into later. And see.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Hey!
Hey!
You only died once.
That's a win.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
Very cost effective, very frugal of us to not die.
Because the first time was very expensive.
Very.
I feel bad that Shakal spent all that money, but not really bad enough to give it back or split it in any way. So
Yeah.
It was just so they wouldn't be a problem during the troll fight.
yeah, I liked it.
And especially when I thought it was just rust monsters, I was like, oh no, we could have a horde of rust monsters.
Right?
They're so expensive.
They're so expensive. They could be support animals for the alpacas. I mean,
Not with those metal chariots.
After the
not with metal
chariots.
chariots.
Right. Well, next week we will begin with Gimble and continue on this quest of what's going on with this Illithid. What's
Nice.
going on with us? Why are we the ones being sent on this whole chase? We don't even know. It's wacky and wonderful and
I
weird.
mean,
That's
someone's
all
got to
W.
do it.
Someone's got to do it, and it
Right.
better be the beast of burden.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.